there are 10 different tiers that you can contribute to. I've already spoken about $100 being the smallest one. And I like that. I like the fact that anybody essentially could participate here. Even a family that didn't have $100, maybe 3 or 4 in the family could come together, put $100 together and make a contribution. What actually happens is $50 will go trading, and the other $50 goes to the marketing side, and you also get 1 share in 5% of Endotech when it hits the stock market. So for every $100 contribution, you get 1 share. If you make a $300 contribution, 3 shares. $700, 7 shares. $12,700, 127 shares. So for every 100 of contribution, you're given 1 share in the equity, in the stock of Endotech when it goes to the stock market. Now, I want you to rewind the clock back to 1994. And I want you to do that, and maybe some of you are too young, but go and type in how much an Amazon share was in 1994 and find out what it is today. This stock, this equity in itself might be the reason you contribute, never mind the trading rewards. There's 2 benefits, stock and trading rewards. I showed you the trading rewards already. I can't talk about the stock. I'm not making a prospectus. I'm not trying to be a financial advisor and give you any advice. Absolutely not. I'm just sharing the idea. I'm trying to be as transparent as I can, and you make your own decision. If you need financial advice in any business decision or investment decision, go talk to a professional. I'm just showing you how the whole thing works to give you an indication of how the whole model works. Now, all contributions, the first one is 100, the next one's additional 200, additional 4. So you can see that this is the column you need to be thinking about, the $100 contribution, a 300. If you really like the project, you might do $12,000. Now there's a black line here, a big thick one. I put that there. The reason I put that there was because it changes when you make a higher contribution. If you go to 8, 9, and 10, then 70% of your contribution goes trading, and the other 30% will go to the marketing side. So if you would allow me just for a minute, let me just share with you the potential or the possibilities with let's say passive trading rewards. And if you don't mind, I'm going to use 2 examples. I'm going to use the $100 example. So if you give a $100 contribution, $50 goes to the trading account, like I told you, and then the other $50 goes to the marketing side. Now, that would be the same if I was crowdfunding any project. Imagine I thought of this, and you were my friends, and I said, guys, listen, I have a great idea here. I'm going to make a phone that actually doesn't have buttons on it. What? Yeah, one without buttons. It's going to be touch screen. It's going to have these applications, and I think it's going to be a really good phone. And you like that idea. And I said, guys, I just don't have the money to get it manufactured. I need some money, and that's why I'm crowdfunding. And also, I've got to get this into the hands of the people. I've got to go to, I don't know, TV and start marketing it and advertising it. So I need to raise some money. That's my crowdfunding project. Would you like the idea? And you would say, well, I like the idea, but what's in it for me? And I might say, well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give you 10% of my company. And I'll do something else. I'm going to put these for sale at about $800. They cost me $70 to manufacture. I've already spoken to them. I'll give these devices to you at $70. Are you in? You go, I like the project, I'm in. And you make a contribution of $100 to my crowdfunding idea. Well, I might use 50% to go get it manufactured, and I might use the other 50% for the marketing. I need to get this on TV. I need to get this into the shops. I need to pay Google ads. So 50% goes to the product, and the other 50% goes to the marketing side. Does that make sense? And that's what you have to think about with the Daisy crowdfund. 50% goes to Binance for trading, where the algorithms and the bots work, and this 50% goes to the marketing side. And it's from this side that Dr. Anna Becker is going to use this money to pay rewards for building the community. She's also going to use that to develop the technology, because it costs money. There's scientists involved, there's servers involved, there's traders involved, there's a lot of work involved. So that's what the money's been raised for, if that makes sense. And your benefit is equity in Endotech, 10% offered to our community. And the other benefit is the trading rewards that the technology brings us. So that's the line, that's how it works. Now, if you made the top contribution, which is all the 10 tiers, you're looking at $102,300. And that's why I said there's a black line down the page there, is because in this example, 70% goes to the trading side and 30% goes to the marketing side. So that means, you know, you have $70,000 trading. It's not exactly 70,000. I've just rounded for easy maths. But let's go over here for a second. Based on her previous results, which we can't predict the future is going to give us, but based on what she's done, we've got results for 3 years now, 2018, 19, 20. She's very confident that she could get us somewhere in the region of 300 or 400% in a year. She's quite confident about that. And we've seen some results from other clients, not Daisy, but other clients who've got 800% in a year. We've seen my friend's John's account, I showed you, he's got 297%, that's about 300%. So there's a variety of things that may occur. And she's going to manage this herself. This fund's under her management. The money's under her management. I think she's going to look after it pretty well. And I think she's not going to really risk it. I think she's going to be quite conservative. You know, you can have low risk, medium risk, high risk. I'd say she'd probably go low to medium. So let's suggest hypothetically that she got us 300% this year. How would this look for you? Well, if $50 goes trading and she gets 100%, you've got $100. And remember also, you've got one share in the company for that. What if she gets 200%? You've got $200. What if you compound the 200 and she gets another 100%? That's $400. So there's 300%. And that's the power of compounding. 100% of 50 is 100. That's 100%. 100% of 100 is 200. 100% of 200 is 400. The compounding power is that when you allow it to compound, you get a better benefit. It's your principal and your profit working together to create new profit. That's the power of compounding. If you withdraw the trading rewards, which you're allowed to do, you can take out the profit if you want. But then it's like making $50 and it's going back to 50. Making $50 and going back to 50. Making $50 and going back to 50. You're not getting the power. It's a bit like buying a house. It takes about 10 years to get the valuation up. Here, 400% in a year, you get 10% on property in a year, 10%. And you couldn't get into property for $100. So can you see the power of only 300%? And we don't need to exaggerate it 400%, 5. There's those possibilities as well. But the longer you leave it, the better the power. And that's why if you can let this work for you, for your legacy, for your wealth creation, and use this side in the marketing to give you today's money, to pay the rent, to pay the mortgage, to feed the kids, to do all what you needed to do. Use this side to build the business, to live on, and this side to create your wealth. And we've been used in this industry, I suppose, people have been used to trying to take out the money every day, and they withdraw their profit and they log in tomorrow and take out the profit and they draw, more money, and they take the money out. And do you know why people do that? The only reason people do that is because they don't trust the company. That's the truth. It's not about taking out some little piece of money every day. It's they don't trust to leave it there. But when you're dealing with Endotech, and you're dealing with Gemini endorsing them, and you're dealing with KPMG, who validates the contracts, who validates the trading results. And when we can see it ourselves, because I have an account and many of you on this call have an account, it's working right now. And we're very, very excited when pre-launch comes. When pre-launch comes, very, very soon, we're going to open the door and let more customers in. And what you should be doing now is building that customer base and preparing yourself for the new growth in Daisy. Let's go over to this account for a second for the higher contributors. If, for instance, she gets 100%, that's $70,000 would give you $140,000. Now forget about this here. Forget about the 30,000. Call that the cost of business. That's a 40%. That's 40% on your 100,000. Where else would you get 40%? Tell me any business. Do you see a big shop that you know, the big supermarkets? They don't make 40% profit in a year. After their overheads and their bills and their costs, maybe they're reflecting 10 or 15% in a year. If you buy prime real estate in Dubai or London, you'd be very lucky to get 10% in a year. That's 40% if she only does 100%. What if she does 200%? Tell me where you can get this power. Where else can you get it? And you see, that's why the banks have privilege to these programs. The wealthy institutions, the hedge funds, they know how the money works. And the little people like us, we never get access to it. Daisy Crowdfund is probably the first time in your life that you're going to get access to a real, honest trading platform that can give you spectacular results. Bearing in mind the disclaimers that, you know, I can't forecast the future, but I get a great feeling about what we have here. If she gets 300%, those that make a contribution of 100,000 are on their way to $500,000 in 12 months. That's the power. In addition to that, you get the equity for your contribution as well. This gives you 1,023 shares in Endotech. I mean, imagine they were worth $100 each. If the Endotech shares ever become $100 each, what does it cost to do Endotech? What does it cost to do the Daisy Crowdfund? Nothing. If their one share becomes $100, what does it cost? On the equity side, never mind the trading rewards. And that's what I wanted to share with you tonight, the power of Daisy and why it's very exciting. So there are 10 tiers of contribution, starting with $100, like I said. $50 goes trading, $50 goes to the other side. At $300, it's 50-50. At $700, it's 50-50. And when you get to the black line here, contributions to tiers 8, 9, and 10 of contribution, then it's 70% goes to the trading side for better rewards, and then it's only 30% goes to the marketing side. So really, ladies and gentlemen, that's kind of it for tonight. I just wanted